Welcome to Cersei's country.
What?
It's Dragonland.
Oh, Cersei lah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi's country. Yeah. Them dragons like a bit of white meat. So we got our brother Chris here.
We took a hike and saw the Komodo dragons. They were incredible. They were huge. Looked like prehistoric lizards from some kind of 1960s movie. So
The Komodo dragons have a poisonous bite, and guides are a must when exploring on land.
Ada kira ada berapa Komodo dragon di Rinca ni?
Populasi sekarang ada 1.500.
1,500
Yeah.
Komodo dragon. Wah. In Game of Thrones they only got 3 measly ones. Here they got 1,500 dragons. Come on. Game of Thrones, come down here. Don't waste your time there in Spain. What a waste of time. Beautiful.
Okay.
There's a dragon.
yeah, but it looks like a deer. Oh, there's the deer over there.
That one.
Yes.
We can see that. Is it here?
Yeah, Khaleesi would love it. Yeah, it's big.
He brought a suit. He keeps on telling me he wants me to do the back end, and we're gonna flip a coin later to see
Be
who
the
this.
crocodile Dundee, bro. I mean, jump
Yeah.
on it, and you know, like what's his name? The one,
Yeah,
the one who died. Oh my god.
Uh,
Oh no, he died, man. From the
got the
stingray.
hook to it.
Yeah, the stingray guy. Shit. Yeah, I forgot.
Welcome to Komodo National Park, especially in Rinca Island. And now you are in Liveaboard. So Liveaboard from the local language, Lo means bay, and Boya means Komodo. So Komodo Bay. And beside Komodo dragon, lot of wild animal here like buffalo, deer, wild pig, monkey, and also snakes. Yeah, but I'm not guaranteed to see. Depend how lucky you are. Besar tuh dia makan yang kecil. Mereka kanibal. Even the mother they eat the baby.
See, the small one is running from the big one, just to play safe. Dan kita seharusnya jangan terlalu dekat ya, 3 meter macam itu. About 3 meters is just stay away because it's very unassuming, but they can run real fast. So just to be safe. Kenapa kayunya macam ni ya? Semua nampak
Untuk
ranger.
menghalau komodo.
Tapi dia kena macam fork apa?
Cabang.
Cabang bercabang tu.
Ya,
Dia takut dia.
tekan lehernya, menekan lehernya. Ini kalau kayak gini bisa meleset nanti. Ya.
We had a really good guide, I felt, that knew a lot of things. Yeah, I had a nice connection with him, and I like that he really loves what he does.
We can see lot of hole here, and then a female dragon, they put the eggs only in one hole. Yeah, another to camouflage. Yeah. And for the mating season, Komodo mating season, they start in June and July. In August they pregnant, and September they start to put the eggs. And then one female they can produce 15 to 30 eggs. Yeah, but I mean just 10% to survive.
Young Komodo dragons are vulnerable and therefore dwell in trees, safe from predators. In this case, the pythons, wild pigs, or other preying Komodos who are cannibalistic in nature.
Oh no, they're gonna do it. They're gonna be doing. I got it on video. It's gonna happen right now. Oh yes. Is that how it sounded? Come on, man. Yeah, that's my man. Don't be messing with my man. You know. There's a small Komodo there. Look. The baby Komodo. Yeah. Lizard lah.
We're taking the short track to where the panoramic view is, and along the way we're just ensuring that we don't disturb any Komodo dragons that might be around this trail.
It's beautiful. I mean, I've always this is my dream. This is my dream. I don't
You've
care.
got so many dreams.
I don't care. My dream was to come here with my wife. Full stop. And we get to experience it for the first time. You know? Be dragon!
Jangan babi.
feel like Indiana Jones right now, babe. I'm about to raid your ark.
Ideally, you should be wearing a pair of running shoes or sneakers, but we're all in flip-flops and it's still okay. It's a bit warm now, but we're almost at the peak. Almost there. And here we are. Check out the view. Kabarnya ada apa? Berita yang Komodo ini akan ditutupi.
Untuk sementara itu masih belum ada kepastian.
Oke.
Ya, tapi kalau ditutup itu mungkin cuma 1 tahun.
Kenapa ya berita itu terjadi? Kenapa kabar angin yang macam itu? Kenapa kita
mungkin di sana pengaruh ada perburuan, perburuan liar, ada oknum yang berburu makanan komodo, jadi populasi makanannya komodo itu berkurang.
tapi belum confirm kan?
Iya, ya, jadi ini masih bisa dikunjungi dan masih bisa dilihat komodonya di Pulau Rinca.
The first sip of Komodo coconut. That's their dessert, the dragons.
They can smell that, and they chase you when they smell that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How's it?
it's excellent. Food of the gods.
Food of the gods. Mine's done. I only wish that this was paper straws. And I didn't bring my my reusable ones, and they just sort of poked it in already. So
How is it, the Rinca Komodo dragon?
I finished it.
But maybe
It's
it's
good.
too hard with
Yeah?
this spoon.
No, the Rinca dragon, how's your experience?
Oh, the Rinca dragons.
Let's see. How let's see.
I expected more out in the wild, but they were all
Bisa.
gathered around the kitchen area because of the smell. It's not that they feed them. It's highly discouraged to feed these dragons, but they're just attracted to the smell. So you can see them, but it's not as if it's at their authentic spot. So they've got buildings all around them. The view going up, we took the shorter trail, which was quite a walk nonetheless. Was beautiful, definitely worth it. And here we are having our Komodo coconut.
That's the way to do it. This is a Tarzan style, man.
That's great, bro. That's really great.
Wow, want to go? Yeah, this.
So what's the difference
This
between
really
these
Swiss
coconuts
style.
and the ones that we get that are
Swiss Balinese
coir on
style.
them?
Definitely not Swiss. It has to be a
This is dry.
Thank you.
You know what? This is
one
when they dry, they let it
How's it
cool,
taste?
but this is
Good?
Coir. It's the coir on the outside.
Delicious.
Dia lagi kampung dari saya tau.
Yeah.
Ini lagi pandai.
Bisa ngomong.
Yeah.
from this.
Island was great. Wonderful pictures. Highly recommend getting to see that. It's special. It's a very special place. For Americans, it would be like being the Grand Canyon. It is that kind of vista where it's very unique. The way the island splits out into different directions, and that there are bays that you can see from the top.
The islands are mountainous in nature and covered with a knee-high scrub and reed savanna. Numerous hiking trails are cut along the foothills, and most islands offer spectacular viewpoints.
I thought you didn't want to come back.
We know we had to prepare the camera to film us.
That's right. I'm.
He's not mad. Don't worry. We just let go everything on meditation.
I thought you didn't want to come back, so I was about to anchor. I was about to go back to Flores.
Alright, careful your bag.
You guys are crazy. You are hardcore.
Take off the shoes. Go up one by one, slowly. It's when we are tired that just happen.
Thank you.
Woo! So how was it? How was it?
Gorgeous.
Beautiful, right? On top there.
Amazing, yeah.
Beautiful. How
Your
the bed?
wife made some photos for you.
It was
Oh,
good.
thank you.
I was looking for my husband though.
Oh yeah.
What happened to my husband?
I got hungry.
He got hungry. He was looking for a vegetarian dinner.
Yes. How was it? Beautiful. Woo! Beautiful up there.
Yeah.
How's Chris? You okay, man? How's your knee? How's the knee, man? Come on.
These are good. These were never a problem. These were never a problem. Good.
So how's it?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Rob, you okay? Your shoes, everything? Did it help?
Oh, it was so good, you know. I was sliding down, you know,
Oh no.
like leather.
Never mind. At least you were stylish.
Yeah, I go stylish. You know.
Dylan?
Hey, how are you?
I thought you wanted to sleep there. You said you told me you're not going to sleep up there.
I never said that, bro. Don't make me lie in front of the camera.
Ombak di lautan yang kian menepi, zaman terbang bermain derungnya air.
We'll take you there, brother. Cheers to cheers. Cheers to Jakare.
If you want to enjoy a cruise, like 1 week, you need comfort, you need service, and you need to be sure you are going to have everything on board to be sure to have the best trip ever. It's like a big apartment with all the roommates you can desire, and you are traveling everywhere. Your apartment move everywhere, and we bring you in each point where you are going to enjoy. No need to go back on the land or whatever.
The only thing we don't have, and we are talking about it, but myself I don't want so much, is Wi-Fi. We don't want a 24 Wi-Fi because also disconnecting is part of the story. When we started to have our first boat, I wanted a boat to be child friendly because I am a mom, I've got 2 kids. And when I go on a travel trip and when I go diving, I want my kids to be with me.
Reacquainting myself with diving. It was a passion I had in the past, and it's a passion that I'm rediscovering, and I got to rediscover my passion for diving here. I got to see spotted rays and turtles and all different kinds of fish.
Bulan Maret kadang teduh, ada April atau apa, kadang hujan dan angin. Terus saya pikir bulan ini di Komodo sedikit angin dari arah selatan dan airnya keruh juga seperti begitu.
Wow, if this was considered weather not as great, I must say that I'm blessed because I've had worse diving experiences. I must say that the dive sites here are so beautiful. It is definitely worth coming here to Komodo and saving a little bit of extra money to go on a proper liveaboard that has all the facilities so you're comfortable and they will look after you, and that's very, very important to make sure that you save enough to enjoy 1 week or 10 days. I really enjoy the dive sites. I think it's also important to have crew that understands you. I think if there's one image that will just keep replaying in my head is the Mabula rays. It was so beautiful just to see a family of them just
swimming by, cruising by, and they looked so happy and content. And there was also a school of big fish. It was just like an aquarium where you see in like a Nemo and Friends. It's something that you can only see in movies or in cartoons or animation, and yet I saw it there so clearly before my eyes with people who I trust.
Yang paling saya suka adalah Crystal Rock, Castle Rock, Cauldron atau Shotgun.
Kenapa?
Karena di sana wow, very high current. Saya suka itu. Kencang, banyak ikan.
Because Crystal Rock is like a really beautiful dive site situated on the northeast of the island of Komodo. And if you have the good condition and you enter on the water at the good moment, everyone is here. You have whitey reef shark, black tip reef shark, grey reef shark, you have school of big trevally, you have blue-tailed trevally, school of fusilier, school of surgeonfish, big sweet lips, you have the eagle ray that can pass, you have the Napoleon, you have turtle, you have the Murray. It's a really rich, beautiful site, and it's healthy. When you look at the corals, they are really alive. So each time I enter in the water in any condition, it's really a beautiful dive for me. Karang Makassar, it's basically a drift dive. If you look at the national park of Komodo, you will see the big island of Komodo. It's a long way, like some people say 2.5 or 3.5 kilometers with a sandy bottom and some potatoes of coral. So you are going to choose a tide to start to a point A and to finish on a point B. And you are going to swim between some different kind of cleaning station. It's basically the place to see the manta ray. Yeah. It's really famous. Shotgun dive, it's a really famous dive site. Why? Because it's a strong current dive site. But normally when the people heard like, oh, it's a strong current dive site, oh, I'm a little bit afraid. This dive site is really nice because the topography of the dive site make one of the current dive not so tricky. You just have one moment when you need to have like good skill and good reflex, but it's really affordable if you are with a good team on the good condition and with someone who knows well the dive site. So basically it's a 20-25 meter depth maximum, and you are going to start on a really small current, and the current is going to be faster and faster until a point when you are going to be able to be in safety first. So everyone is going to enjoy for like let's say 75% of the dive site. We arrive in this safety zone, we pack everyone, and at this moment we go as we said in the briefing before. And on this dive site you are going to enjoy small stuff and big stuff. You have big sweet lips, you have big trevally, you can see manta, mobula, you can see turtles, you can see sharks, and it's a really funny dive, because if you know how to do it and if you enjoy it, you are going to have the best trip ever. The south of Komodo, it's a really special place. It's a place when you can enjoy the whole campadar, but it's also a place when you can have like some dive. It's generally more mucky if you have wind and waves, so that can be a problem. And of course the water is cooler. Even with me, like I'm not using a wetsuit, and usually I'm going to use one for this kind of dive site. But if you have the good condition, like the dive site offer there, they are really great also, because they are less explored by the people, because they are forest. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
If you are a non-diver or if you are an experienced diver, we will choose the best place for the coral reef, the easy dive, the beautiful place if you want to enjoy kayak, if you want to have a walk. So it's no matter about your level in diving or snorkeling or whatever, because we will take care of it. We also have 2 speedboats in case we have like snorkeling activity and diving activity, so we can also split and adapt the program to be sure like everyone is happy.
Do you know
dive, but I still go to swim Snorkeling. I see beautiful fishes, and this is the first time.
Snorkeling is fantastic here. Within 15 feet of water, you can see all of the tropical fish you could ever want to see. They have books on board, and you can look up all the fish that you see and do identifications. And there are so many fish in even the shallow areas. Very safe, no current. You just float and see all the fish you can possibly want to see. It's like living in an aquarium.
When you guys was down, and I see the bubbles, I love bubbles, and I see the bubbles and make film of the bubbles. I think that was the most beautiful, not the fish, only the bubbles.
Bukan sekejap denganmu, bukan mainan nasabku. Engkau pun tahu niatku, tulus dan suci. Senang benar kau ucapkan.
I think my fear and why I put off taking a cruise on a liveaboard, diving and stuff, is because I'm very prone to seasickness. And I was worried about food because I'm going to be far away from the land, and where am I going to get my food?
And food is very important, especially on the boat.
The food was awesome. The cook is incredibly talented, and every day we give him kudos for serving such good food.
We are French, and if the food is not good, most probably the trip will be so-so. You will say, oh yeah, so nice things, but that's it. We want to offer the full trip. It's not only just going diving. Yes, it's part of it, but you also go on a traveling trip, a discovery trip, and it goes through every emotions, and food is part of it. Every time we have a chef, it's very important that he understands our point of view. So we won't take just someone who makes nasi goreng. We want some people who are a bit more fine dining. We send our chef to this restaurant in Bali called Vedic Kitchen. It's a restaurant and an ashram, yoga ashram, and they serve only Ayurvedic food. So it's coming from India, and it's very
I must add that there was, besides all the yoga practices and the diving, there was one night, instead of having yoga, we actually practiced this dyad.
It's a meditative inquiry that you do in pairs, and is a set time, 40 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. But what it is, it's like really, the question is an invitation for you to dive into yourself. And then you just share whatever is present with you inside, and the witness, the other person, is the listener, but deeply listening, like not responding or advising or judging or anything. So I'm observing me, what's happening, what gets triggered, what's present, and I share. And you receive me fully, and deeply my need to be heard and seen gets accomplished.
And I think that was something that I really, really felt rewarding for me and my husband, because it's something that you take for granted when you think that you've been married for 10 years. And yeah, we are together, where he's my business partner, he's the father, he's also my husband. So yeah, surely we talk, but we don't do it enough. So I think that was a very important exercise that I learned on this trip.
For me, yoga is a really practice with the body. I need to connect with the body to connect to work with materials. If you really can relax, things are there, and that is the movements with the body and the meetings you have. It's like a natural way. It's simple. When you live in a city, you feel all the concrete around you, and it's like sometimes like you just see a glimpse of the moon. It's like, there's a moon. And here we are so connected with it.
I think that's why I like this cruise, because it was like an intensive course of all the important yoga practices that I was looking forward to, done in a week's time.
She's great. very supportive, and very varied in the types of yoga that she offers. So the yoga classes are all inclusive, beginner to advanced, and again, very supportive in any of the in her teaching skills.
Dan aku menangis tersenyum sendiri tanpa aku sadar.
It came because I was living with an Indonesian and they were always barefoot, you know. And we climbed this volcano like more than 2,000 meters and they were barefoot. So I say, hey, come on, I'm barefoot. And I started, and after I start to really like it. When I can, even in France, if the weather is okay, I'm barefoot.
Yes, the only time he wears shoes is in the water.
That is true.
This is Daphne Iking's channel, but basically it revolves around my family, and if you enjoy watching our videos,
press the subscribe button, please.
So you guys done all the part, huh?